Hey everybody, Hokius here, and welcome to another episode of Dark Cloud. As I promised last time, I did do a little bit of grinding. So we've got, let me show you, I got a couple new weapons. I went ahead and evolved. I had two Basilards. I leveled up one and evolved it, and I'm sitting it on my Gladius right now, or Gladius. I still haven't looked up how to pronounce that. So you can see that's a Basilard +5, and it makes this thing way more powerful to the point that I'm not actually sure I'll actually fuse it on here. What I may do, at least for the time being, is just take it off, put another item on there, and then fuse it again. Fuse it and then put it back on, because when you just put an item on there, it does actually help out the weapon some. So that is an important thing to know, if you're me at least. And then I got a bone rapier and I got a shamshear, so I've got some good swords finally. And I still got these weapons for Shao, steel slingshot, bandit slingshot. I leveled up a little bit each. So I'm pretty much ready to go back in there. Let me make sure that I've got escape powder, I've got stand-in powder, I've got another Dran's feather. I found this while I was grinding. I can't remember if I showed this to you guys before I started grinding on Twitch. So I'll show it off some more. I got a revival powder. That's a beautiful thing to have. Always want to have at least one revival powder and one stand-in powder, I think. If you're me and you like to, you know, challenge yourself and not leave the dungeon when you probably should, or, you know, use healing items if you're really stingy with your items. We will try that level. This is the Shao level only. I really do like the music in this game. We're having some visual glitches. We're okay now. Bye-bye, cave bat. Oh, which weapon am I even using? I'm trying to level up the steel slingshot so I can put it on the bandit slingshot, because the steel slingshot is just not as good. The bandit slingshot's better. It can do the stealing things. So of course I'm not using it because I want to make it even better, but you know, whatever works, right? Right. Okay, so it's not even gonna let me. I was hoping it would be like, oh yeah, here's the door, so I would remember, but it's not gonna. That's fine. Okay, so this is what the Dran's feather does. It makes you faster. This is a nice thing to have. Opar. Bye-bye, Opar. Hadn't seen an Opar in a while. Heck, even when I was grinding and I got to the levels where I saw Opars before, I didn't see one. I don't want to use my bomb on him. I want to save it for the stone dudes, because those are the ones that are a real pain in the butt. More Opars, a whole bunch of them. Oh, and one of those stupid skeletons that actually blocks stuff with his shield, jerk. Ah! Gotcha. Alright, stamina drink. I think that would be stronger. And there's the key to get out of here. And I'm gonna guess that my bone keys are right in here. Yeah, there it is. They at least didn't put any bugs in the game where you can't say get the bone key because it's inside a chest on the wrong side of the door. So that's good. Come on. Oh, you know, I have this Dran's feather because I hate take it forever to run anywhere, and then I don't remember to use it. What it does. Now I gotta listen to the beeping until I give in and refill my slingshot. makes things go so much faster than Drance Feather does. And I used to just be really, whoa, it was kind of intimidating looking. Are they stuck on each other? I can't tell if they're moving or not. Now's probably as good a time to repair as any. No reason to push it too far. I did some grinding. I have some extra money. Whoa. Oh, dragon. Hi, dragon. Bad dragon. No breathing fire. No headbutting. This is not how you train a dragon. Alright, there he goes. But I discovered that the store sells the Drance Feathers for actually really cheap. Oh, hey, Gutty. Hey, buddy. Dasher. So I plan to just keep buying them as I run out of them. Hey, repair powder, that makes life easier. I mean, I always get annoyed when I get to the part of the game where it stops giving me free stuff, but it really is much nicer in the long run. Upgrade it now. Customize. I'm gonna put speed on you because you're already pretty fast. Use wind. So I'll put wind on you. And Undead Buster, because that stupid jacketed monster. Funds decreased a little. That's cheap. I didn't mean to make that a pun. I'm not even, does that qualify as a pun? I'm not sure, but I didn't mean it to be. I was just annoying. No, bad dragon. I wish there was a dodge button. I would feel so much better if I was doing cartwheels away from him instead of backing away. Jeez! Alright. And now I get to run. Drance Feather for the win. So that was much easier now that I did a little bit of grinding. It's how it always is in JRPGs. Do a little bit of grinding, everything gets much easier for a little bit. And then, got all kinds of visual difficulties today. I don't know if it's the game or if it's the capture card. Well, hopefully it doesn't look too bad in the recording. I keep looking over at it. It seems to be okay. To the next floor! We got all we need. We got bread, we got water, we got bombs, we got all kinds of good stuff. Oh yes, we no longer have to use the Xiao. A bomb. Yeah, that's weird. It's just cutting out in the game, not on the capture, so you guys have no idea what I'm talking about. That's fine. I'm running out of space. You can see the inventory up there in the top right of this. I've got 40 of 50 slots filled. And you can die too. Stonebreaker. Alright, so let's go ahead and equip or customize Stonebreakers on here. Why the heck not? And then we're gonna switch to our good buddy Hokius. And he can open the Atlas. Urns are good. Oh, we got some of those rolling dudes. Small Windmill 3. And run! Oh, he got me. What a jerk. Oh, he got me again. Get up, get up, get up. That was way too close. Let's give him some cheese. That'll make you feel better. And then we'll stop screwing around and let Xiao take him out. And then our boy Tone can take out the skeleton warrior. What's your actual name? Master Jacket. What a terrible monster name. What Master Jacket? I'll wear a jacket. I'm the Master Jacket. You have no idea. Paige. Yay, we got Paige. That's our best friend. Go ahead and organize things a little bit. And put the gem in case I want to throw stuff. Okay. The hag's house. It's not a very nice way to think of a... I'm sure she's a perfectly nice lady. A cabin. A map. So part of the problem with grinding as much as I did... part of the problem with grinding as much as I did, you'll notice I don't have a lot of attachments for the weapons, but I am getting close to upgrading several of them. Tricycle, I'm sure somebody wants to ride a tricycle. A king mimic! Oh dear! Goodbye, king mimic. I hate mimics. Haven't mentioned that. I hate them like a lot. A bat. No more bat. Alright, let's upgrade this sucker, huh? So the reason I don't want to just drop this item customize, that's the button I'm looking for. The reason I don't want to just put that Basilard on here is that, as we've discussed before, you get 60% of the weapon's stats when you put it into the thing. What is it called? The Synth Sphere. So if I put this in and then I make a Synth Sphere out of the Gladius to put on one of the other weapons, which is what I'm kind of planning to do next, I will get 60% of 60% of the stats. And I'd rather have more than that. Though, in the end, I may have to do that because only one of these will take... You see, only one of these things will take a Synth Sphere. Let's look at you, yeah. So only one plate takes a Synth Sphere. So I may have to put it together so that I can... they may have thought what I was thinking and been like, he'll just try to make 2 Synth Spheres. So we'll prevent him from doing that and making OP weapons by only allowing you to equip 1 Synth Sphere at a time. That makes sense. So in the end, I'll probably have to go ahead and do that anyway, but for now, I'm being stupid. Switching to her because I don't want to fight this dude anymore with the sword. It's too much of a pain. Goodbye. And it's so weird. I'm used to World of Warcraft numbers. I get in a game like this and it's like 13 damage. That's more than half his health. But this 13 means nothing in World of Warcraft right now. Literally nothing. Like, heck, 100,000 hardly means anything. I don't need to use bombs on these guys anymore. I have become more powerful than the statues. So another thing I discovered while I was grinding is that while the enemy types are dependent on the level. So on the first level, you're only going to see bats and skeleton warriors. The experience gained and the quality of the items you find is equal to your character. So what I mean by that is, I went up there and I had this Gladius on my boy Hokius. And so when I found a weapon chest on the first level, it actually had a better weapon. It didn't have a level 1 weapon. It had a weapon that was actually useful for my character at the power level he's at. Ooh, tram oil. We're going to go ahead and use that now. Hey, Master Jack. Master Jack, die. And this is, the Gladius has Holy, which is very good for undead, obviously. Go away, bat. So Master Jacket is no threat to Hokius. So you can see there's still a little bit of, as with most JRPGs, there's kind of a paper, rock, scissors, where, oh, you know, holy beats undead, fire beats ice, ice beats fire, etc., etc. And so the different weapons that we get for the different people, and there's also for the different kinds of weapons. You saw there's some enemies like the bats or the rolling rock dudes that are much, much easier to take on with one person or another. I gotta repair. So, and the game does allow you to. Oh, did not feel good. The game does allow you to switch in the middle of your combat, so take advantage of those things. Man, he's got some thick armor. Look at what he's doing with my weapon. That was very close. So next time we run across a dragon, we will definitely be, again, switching to our good friend Xiao, because her weapon doesn't take the extra damage from the enemy armor. It's all, you know, it's all kind of a game where, ooh, a sapphire. Now, gems are the best attachments because they attach multiple things at one time, and usually more than other things. I just killed the bat behind me while completely failing to kill this cave bat. Now you can see that this weapon, I hit 2 bats and it still took off only 1. So, it does get a little bit better later on as far as the weapon damage goes. If you know me, you know I said one of the reasons I was not disappointed that I was going to miss out on the new Zelda game, Breath of the Wild, I think it was, for the Switch, was because of the weapon damage system. And then I say, here's one of my favorite games. By the way, it has a weapon damage system. But it gets to the point where it's kind of trivial by the late game, so it's a task to overcome early on, but it's not one that sticks with you for forever. Whereas in Zelda, so far as I've heard, it sticks with you forever. And as you can see, I can repair my weapons. So if I really fall in love with a weapon, and there are a couple that hopefully we'll find as we play this game that I really adore, I can repair them and keep them as long as I'm not stupid. Whereas in, oh no, my max weapon health power is lowered. Whereas in Breath of the Wild, that's not the case. You can't repair it, it's broken. I always want to, whenever I try and think of Breath of the Wild, I think of the old Mage Slayer. Interesting, I don't even know what a mage is right now. It reminds me of the old game Birth of the Federation, which was a turn-based Star Trek strategy game that I used to play the crap out of when I was a kid. Because I always called it Batwa, Birth of the Federation, and then now you got Breath of the Wild, which is a very similar abbreviation, just the last letter obviously is different. Look at all these gems. This was a great decision to use the tram oil. These gems are going to make my weapons so much more powerful. It's going to be great. Let's see if this one... Ooh. This weapon is ready to upgrade. And that means let's customize. So, the one downside to the gems is they don't tell you what they'll do. So you kind of gotta upgrade my MP, my wind, and they usually will do one of a stat on each thing, or well, at least that's been my experience so far, but it's been a while since I played. You know what, let's put that there. Put that there so I can keep an eye on what's actually happening. So that's going to be fire, speed, and mimic. And then what do you do? Mimic and Stonebreaker, so there you go. So there can be a difference in ice. So they'll always, I guess it's always 3 stat upgrades, but not always one on each section. And I'm gonna go ahead and use this turquoise and put a Stonebreaker on there just to do good things like that. And Steel Slingshot 5, and now I status break it 60%, and you do it without attachment. If you do it with attachment, the game, it will just destroy the attachment, so don't do that. Alright, so now I'll equip this, and I'll customize it by dropping my Steel Slingshot on there. Oh man, so much more powerful instantly. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Alright, and now, can I one-shot the bat? I can one-shot the bat. Simple as pie. There you go. So that is the power of a Synth Sphere. And that's why I wanted to do that. Why I don't just go, okay, well, this is a better weapon. Sell the lower weapon. That's not what you want to do in this game, because the experience is all on the weapons instead of the characters. So it's very important to use even lower level weapons to get where you're trying to go. They could have done with maybe a slightly better animation than the character just standing in the tram. It's fine, I guess. A rockin' on. See, she just one-shot that dude too. She is super powerful with this powerful weapon, and the Master Jack. We're gonna switch. The super powerful weapon and the Synth Sphere. You can go bye-bye. You can go bye-bye. There we go. Making good progress now. That's a stamina drink. Gotta figure out what those are for. Hold still. Gotcha. What is a stamina drink for? Drinking increases power. Ability temporarily increases. So that's going to be a thing. Let's go ahead and upgrade this weapon. No. Customize. Okay, yeah. Just, you always want to make sure you got attachments on there. The lady is 5. And I've already got fire on there, so I might as well put a ruby on there and make it even more fire-powered. And the slingshots already do pretty well in the speed, so I'm going to go ahead and put more... Oh, no, wait. I forgot. Let's make sure this is the speed gem. Fire. Yeah, this is the speed gem, so I don't want to use that one. We'll use this one, I guess. Because otherwise we'll be wasting speed, because the speed of this weapon is already maxed out. Master Jacket. So we don't want to waste stats, so we'll just put different stats on there. And the thing is, you can absolutely switch between the stats. It just makes the most sense to keep using the Holy for now, because the big threat right this moment is the jacket, the Master Jacket, and the Holy is the best damage for him. So it doesn't hurt to have a little bit of every stat on there, but it just makes even more sense. This is going to be a monster mimic. King Mimic. Hey, I slashed you first, you jerk. You saw that, right? I slashed him first. That's one of the reasons I hate the mimics, is because even when I know he's a mimic and I'm like, okay, I'm going to set you up and now I'm going to kill you. And then he just ignores my attacks until he's ready. Poison. I I gotta put a poison. Do I have a poison amulet? Because I gotta put one on if I do. No, I don't. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and use the last poison drink I have for now. What'd you drop? Endurance +3. That'll be useful. Go kill. And repair. And you can repair multiple different ways. So that's cool. I don't feel the need to go herring off after all the enemies on this floor. We'll just go to the next floor. It'll be fine. You know, just for safety's sake, I'm gonna exit the dungeon and heal for. Actually, you know what? We're getting pretty deep into this episode, so we'll just go ahead and leave the dungeon, even though I don't need to. As far as, you know, I could continue, but we'll go ahead and leave so I can do a little town rebuilding before the end of the episode. Nighttime. And diorama menu. And Paige's house. So let's put Paige in Paige's house. Pretty girl who grew up with Hokius. Gotta know them pretty girls. Is she home? Because it's nighttime. There's Pike, or as the game likes to call him inexplicably, Dyke. Undead Buster. That's right. I forgot. I discovered last time that you come up here not just when you add things, but whenever you complete another level of the dungeon, because you'll see more chests pop in. There's another one. Repair powder. That's going to be very useful. And there's Paige. Hokius. Oh, you're alive. I was worried, thinking something happened to you because of me, but thank goodness you're okay. Hokius, you've changed lately. It's like you're stronger. Maybe it's just my imagination. Well, I didn't really level up. I was going to say I leveled up, but I didn't. My weapons did. Remember Alnette at the Star Festival? Don't you think she was cool? I'm going to dance at a festival someday, just like Alnette. I had a dream last night. I was in a pretty dress, and you came into my room. I kind of screamed, then you ran away. You jumped out the window. That's a weird dream, isn't it? Yes, I feel like if this was a different game, I would feel like that wasn't a dream, like he snuck into her room. But it's just a weird dream, probably. Check the village after you return from the dungeon. Sometimes you'll find treasure chests sitting out. Inside are items useful for adventures. Hokius, is it fun inside the cave? I wish I could go there too. Hey, take me with you next time, okay? No. I'm only taking Cat Girl with me. You don't hang out with me lately. Must be a curse of that jewel you have in your hand. Why don't you just toss that thing? Remember? Yeah. So she's jealous of my Atlamelia. What should I do to rebuild her? I don't know. You better ask my dad about that. I'll give you a little hint. Something useful for Hokius's adventure. Hokius, that pouch. Isn't it too small? Oh, I think she'll give me a bigger pouch, though why she referred to me in the third person while I'm standing in front of her, I don't know. Don't forget a lamp. It's scary at night without a lamp. Without a light. A lamp, I don't care. Whatever. Okay, so I think we can finish their house now. I think we were missing a lamp. And I think we can give her a lamp. And then she can give me a bigger bag. Yeah, that sounds pretty nice, right? Pretty nice. Let's go. Hokius! Good to see you. I've made a new pouch. It's for you. There, done. Looks like it can carry a lot of items, huh? Ooh, now I can carry 60 items. Okay, I wish you luck, Hokius. Go for it. Does that pouch look like it can hold 60 items? much less 60 items of the size of the things that I carry. Like, I've got 2 water bottles, a loaf of bread. Like, it can't carry half of this stuff anyway. What else? Let's build some more, right? So we got the hag's house. We should put the hag's house down somewhere. And we can build onto the hag's house. We can put the hag in the hag's house. Yes, we can. She tells fortunes. That sounds useful. Wander around the house looking for treasure chests. There's one. Dino Slayer. I guess dragons are dinos in this universe. 2 more chests, right? Just right there. Power-up powder and repair powder. My weapons. Well, thank you, Miss Hag. Thank you so much. Oh, and there's one more over here. Undead Buster. Oh, it's you, Hokius. You startled me. What did you say? You get this old, your hearing goes. Those macho brothers. One day they're drunk and fighting, and the next they're walking side by side. You can't tell if they get along well or not, really. Have you eaten Onette's omelet yet? It's superb. Actually, I gave her the recipe. Paige probably took after her father and became a tomboy that way. Or maybe Pike just raised her that way. I hear you're going to that cave lately. I won't stop you, but do be careful. Sometimes when you return from the cave, there are treasure chests all over. Who's putting them there, I wonder? I hear that every time you advance to a new floor, it happens. That's the 3rd person to tell me that. No, yeah, okay. What will happen if I rebuild a room? An itsy-bitsy amount of magic is in Dran's windmill. It's strange, but if you stand near it, you'll feel full of energy. I'd like my house in front of Dran's windmill blades, all right? And isn't it odd that with all that's been going on, Dran hasn't done anything? It really is odd. Something's probably happened to Dran, too. Hokius, please save Dran. That is my request. Eh? I guess I have 2 requests then, don't I? Oh. What will happen when it's done? What can this old lady do for you? Let's see. I can keep your belongings you don't want to carry with you. So basically, she's going to be a bank, which is pretty useful because, you know, if you have, let's say you have 10 wheels of cheese, right? So you don't want to just get rid of them because they're useful items for healing your health. So you can give them to the bank, her, and she'll hang on to them. And then when you use some, you keep 2 or 3 cheeses and you use them all. You don't have to go buy more because you sold them and you've now lost money on the exchange. You can just grab them out of the bank. Let's see. I'd like a bench outside so I can sit in the sun. And the jars, I'd like them displayed outside too. Alright, so let's see if we can finish our house, because a bank might be a nice thing to have. I don't know. We can put some repair powder in it or something. Let's see. So she needs a fence, a lamp, supplies, a bench, and jars. Well, it looks like I don't have enough to finish her house right now. And have I even talked to Onette and her family? I don't. Oh, that's right, because I needed the stairs, and I still don't have stairs, so I still can't talk to Onette. And everything else is done right now, so that'll be. I guess we're done talking to people. So that's where we are right now. Done all the stuff, talked to all the people. And eventually, let's see, where are we in the analysis? I have 84% of the collection, so we're probably looking at 1 or 2 more floors in the dungeon. And then, you know, I've completed only like 1/3 of the requests, and I've built like 64%. So I'm about 2/3 of the way done building, but only 1/3 of the way done, like, putting people where they actually want to be. And then my collection's almost done. So it looks like we have 1, 2, 3 more floors in the dungeon. So probably next time we'll try to complete the dungeon and see if we can't finish rebuilding the rune, which might be a longish episode with like 3 dungeon levels and then actually some rebuilding and talking too. But we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll break that into 2 episodes. Anyway, that's probably enough for today. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day, and I will see you next time.